I want to talk about 3-on-1 rushes in this video and show you some examples where we've been struggling to put them away and where the other teams have been doing much better at them. You know, we've lost all 4 games this season, but it's not really because we're worse than anybody. If you look at it at even strength, we've had some bad penalty runs, but at even strength, we've got similar number of shots, but the other team is shooting 14%, and we're shooting about 8%. Okay? So, I mean, on average, 10 to 12% for the league is pretty correct. So, you know, I think the numbers on defense will come back to normal. But on offense, you know, we've been below average shooting percentage-wise for a while now, and we've got to start upping our shot selection. So I did talk about shot selection in another video, and then I've also talked about 2-on-1 strategies in another video. But on 3-on-1s, that's almost our best chance besides a breakaway to get the ideal shot. And what's the ideal shot? If we could take every shot from this area, right, we'd be 40, 50, 60% shooting from there, okay? So when we're on a 3-on-1, we're talking about hitting the zone pretty much with, 3 men up in the zone, and they've got 1 D-man, okay? So ideally, like I said, we wanted to get all of our shots from in here. And how are we going to do that? Well, a lot of times it's easiest, these 3-on-1s usually start along the boards because we're able to break it out, beat the defenders, and all of a sudden it's 3-on-1. So usually an outside guy is carrying the puck in, okay? So what we want to do once we get into the zone, we'd like to get the puck to this guy for a shot here, right? Somewhere in there. And then we'd like our other skaters to be busting their ass to either side of the net for any rebound. Because those rebounds, that's where we're giving up goals, that's where we're not getting goals, and those are the easiest ones to put home, okay? And we'll see examples, but let's say this is our puck carrier, and we've got guy down the center, guy over here. The guy up the middle is always busting his ass. He sees an opening. The trailer kind of, the outside wing, I've noticed we're a little lagging on getting up there. So if we can really bust our ass, because this guy has the furthest to go, he's got to get to the net, okay? This guy is a pass and then bust his ass to the net, okay? So there's still a lot of skating to be done, even though it's 3-on-1. 9 times out of 10, the D here is going to try to play off this 2-on-1. Okay, so we're going to try to skate it in as much as possible, but we're going to hit this. We don't want to get past this line, all right? We want this guy to have to make a choice, and this defenseman has so many things to worry about that he's not going to be, selling out for any one direction. If he does, then, read that and make a different play. But we want to get it, so many times we can get it to this man right here. So, like, you come into the zone, and as soon as you see the ability to get it to this guy, pass it to him. Give him a good pass that's catchable. He can skate into it, and then he's going to come in, and you just want to rip that. And the rule for this shooter is score or hit the fucking net, okay? Do not miss the net, because we need the rebound most importantly. If you score, great. If you hit him in the chest and it drops right to his feet, and we're right there to put it home before he finds it, even better, okay? You're still getting a point. So let's look at some examples of us defending a 3-on-1, and we can kind of see what the other team is doing, and we can look at what we're doing and what we've done so far this season. Okay, so we watched that first clip where we got scored on, and it ended up being a 3, almost a 4-on-1. And really, a lot of guys were puck watching, but they made the right play. They passed it to the guy in the center and got an easy goal. Okay, so now let's look at what happened on that play.
All right, you can see here when we freeze it, this is right as they enter the zone. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. We have one person behind the line, 63 Jared. Okay, so you can see where he's playing this as a 2-on-1 against number 24 on the glass bangers in maroon, and then the other one over here ready for a shot. So we've almost got a 4-on-1. It was almost a full jailbreak. But let's talk about where all of our defenders are, okay? 63, fine, playing a 2-on-1, great job. 18, Dave, is staring at the puck too. He needs to go and read this and pick up somebody. Tie up a stick. All right, you can see right there we've frozen it right as that pass is made. You can see we have our other defender also not taking any strides. So look, you can see here when the shot comes in, even 11, the man who made the pass, is inside for a rebound. Another rebound from the guy on the right. This poor goalie has no chance of making 1, 2, 3, 4 stops, however many rebounds they're going to get a hack at before we can go ahead and stop this play. So that's one of the goals, and that was probably the one we played the worst. So let's look at another one where they still scored, but it was still a slightly better effort, and you can still see the process of scoring on a 3-on-1. This one was much better executed on their end. We actually played some pretty good D. There wasn't a lack of effort. It was just these are very hard to defend. Okay? So let's take a look when they enter the zone. So this all happens. You know, they get, you can see way out there, we fail to keep the puck in the offensive zone. We've got 2 players up there at the blue line trying to keep the puck in, and it slips past. And now it's off to the races. So you can see where Jared has made a good decision to pressure the puck carrier so she can't get further inside or further towards the net. She's got to make that pass, which is why we make these passes early on offense. She's got all this room to throw the puck to for somebody to catch. Now we've got Andrew barreling down behind this guy. He's just one stride behind. Otherwise, he could tie up a stick, lift a stick, whatever. But the other thing is, they've got this guy on the outside who, whatever happens, if it kicks off somebody's skates, if Andrew successfully pokes it but it squirts out to this other guy, that guy has been crashing the net without the puck, and if it squirts out to him, even if Andrew makes a great play, we can still have this messed up. But we'll see this play out, and you'll see that once again, you get that goalie moving side to side, you get a shot from the slot, you're going to score that nearly every time. So let's watch the rest of this and go on to the next clip. Okay, we saw in this clip what makes Sean the best defender on Wednesday nights. And we also saw what happens when that puck carrier comes in too deep and gets himself into trouble. The offense loses their chance. Okay, so let's watch this play out a little further, and we'll stop it once Sean makes his move to poke the puck away. Right here is where this guy needs to make that pass. Far enough away from Sean and enough time to let everyone else kind of get into position. Okay, so let's see the mistake he makes and the play Sean makes. Just look how great this play he makes, and he gets down low and just pounces. As soon as this skater here with the puck kind of dusts it off a little, he's taking too long with it. Sean just reads that, and as soon as he gets the puck into a vulnerable position, pounces, literally pounces. Like, this is like watching one of those Planet Earth videos, all right? He's all over him to break this play up. And not even like selling out where he's diving, whatever. He made a perfect play, and now he can continue to chase the puck down. But look where everyone else is. Now, you can see the whole video. You can see Bob busting his ass off, getting back into position, but nobody else is coming back, all right? And now we're talking about this is where the puck can come back out towards center, go around the boards, and then they pick it up, and then they still get a goal because, we just had Sean put all this effort in. We had Bob busting his ass out back. We have no forwards helping out, really. Nobody's taking that extra stride to get into position to help out. This is why sometimes we still give up goals, especially like breakaways where, our goalie will make a great sprawling save or whatever, and then the next guy will clean it up. And that goalie's like, what the hell? I did all this work. And that's got to be how Sean feels when he looks up and he sees only maroon shirts around him or whatever color he sees. But he does a great job. He clears it around the boards into safety. I mean, it's a great defensive play all around against a team that obviously has proven they can do really well on these 3-on-1s. So let's take a look at the rest of this and go into how we're doing on these plays, okay? This play is going to look a little familiar to the last one, just the teams are changed. You can see here what I meant with a lot of these plays start with somebody coming down the boards. That's just usually how these breakaways kind of happen. So we see Gerald with the puck. He's got Scott and Jared. Jared's going to be the guy in the center, so we should be getting him this puck. So let's watch until Gerald makes his decision, and then look at where we stand there. Okay, you can see right there that he had a little trouble kind of settling the puck and getting it to lay flat, which happens. And we can see Jared is right there, still in the right spot, ready for a pass. And he's going to actually start sliding towards the center to try to give him even more room. But the problem is we don't have our third skater busting his ass in for the rebound. So if Gerald shoots because, he kind of ran out of time trying to get that puck to settle, he just shoots it on net, whatever, that rebound is most likely going to kick out into that open area that in this case Scott would be attacking. And you want to be one step away from that rebound, wherever it is, because right now that defender has the inside track to anything that's going to be sitting near the crease. And we need to be there ready to pounce on it. Okay, so take note that even though you're the outside winger and you're not going to get the pass most likely, all that, you've got to get to the net. We've got to get those two sides. Gerald's going to make that pass and crash the net if that puck, stays flat for him next time. But we've got to get it to the center guy. We've got to get a shot on net, in the net, whatever. But we've got to also make sure we're covering both posts and crashing for those rebounds and getting those easy goals. Okay, what I wanted to show with this clip, even though it was going to be a 3-on-1 and it just kind of died before it even got started, is these things happen really fast. Like, sometimes it's a quick turnover and it's off to the races. Well, something like this where Sean, in this case, makes a great play, chips it up the boards, beats his guy. So now there's only one man for R3. But he's still, kind of hustling up to gather that puck. And obviously the play is to pass that to Andrew. Get that 3-on-1 set. But he doesn't know he's there. He's head down, barreling towards the puck, thinking he's only 2-on-1. That's where, and if you watch that clip again, you won't hear anybody say anything. You won't hear any shouting. That's where Andrew or that guy in the middle has to call for that puck. Because when you're behind and you're the trailer, they don't know you're there half the time. He didn't have time to take in his options and all that stuff. So right there, if we call for that puck, he kind of knows that you're close by. He just slides it over. Now we're a traditional 3-on-1. Now we've got Andrew, and if Andrew shoots from the slot, he's gonna score. But instead, Sean's kind of thinking 2-on-1. I saw blue over there, so I'm just gonna send that over. So, you'll watch the rest of this clip. There isn't much really to it, but just if we get it to that center guy, but that center guy has to be vocal and call for it, because otherwise guys aren't going to know. And, do you know how many more goals we could score if we called for passes better? Got at least 2. But, this is just what I wanted to show here is a 3-on-1 by nature makes a pass necessary. Well, he's got to know where to pass it, okay? And if you read that you're the guy in the center, before he can get himself into trouble, the puck carrier, call for the puck. Give him a target to pass to. Things like that. And then once you pass the puck, then Sean's going to the net for the rebound. Then we got Scott on the other side going to the net. Instead, we made a hasty pass across the ice, just in this weird handcuff area. Scott blows a tire. The whole offensive rush is just dead right there. So, we'll watch the rest of this, and then we'll watch this final clip, which was almost good, but we can do better. Okay, by this point, you should see everything that we did wrong on this play, right? Came in the zone, great. Gerald does a great job. You're going to see where he gets into the slot and stops and waits for a pass. He's got his stick ready. We just carried it in too far, and we had our far side winger not crashing the net. And so if you look back into every one of those plays, when that far side forward attacker is in the zone, on the ones where they scored, that guy was striding to the net. On the ones where we didn't score, those guys are just, it's like the blue line was the finish line and we're all coasting in. You can't win that race if we don't take strides to get there, alright? A 3-on-1 is simple. It's a quick, easy pass. It's a good, hard shot on net or in the net, and it's crashing the rebounds. It's being there ready for the rebounds. The 3 things we want out of this: we want a goal, we want a shot on goal, we want a rebound, or we want a frozen puck. Absolutely, we do not want to shoot from either side, miss the net, rim that puck out of the zone, and if we're 3-on-1, that means it's 4-on-2 behind us, right? And there are a lot of times where we turn those into goals against, okay? Okay? Focus on that. We need communication. We need to know that we're 3-on-1. Not the bench yelling it. That's not going to get heard. Go ahead and yell it. I need the players yelling for that. I need you focused on getting shots, and I need the guys without the puck to focus on getting to the spots they need to be in for goals, okay? Let's do it, all right? Let's start to see a little more progress there. Some free, easy goals. We're going to get a few of these a game. Let's put them home.